Hannah.
Hello.
I have good news.
Yeah.
And in the ongoing world of online for maintenance and MMO Fallout. Um, in the weeks since I last talked about our business offer, I mean we've had multiple business offers. We had Miss Alexander who wanted to invest her widow's money into us. Um, Evidently thinking that we ran a business of South African farmland.
Wasn't she Ukrainian?
Yes, but they were looking to invest in South Africa
Oh, see, that's where
because of the war.
that's where my confusion was.
We had the request a couple weeks ago for raw material
Oh
for
yeah.
medical supplies,
Which we tried to give them iron, but they wouldn't take it.
which is very weird because I read online that iron deficiency is one of the biggest mineral deficiencies in the world.
Yeah, well, we kept trying to give it to them, and they kept saying like we can't take the digital Minecraft items, and I have no idea what they're talking about. We could just hand it right over. We'll
Yeah.
get shulker boxes for them and everything, and they said they had no idea what a shulker box even was.
Yeah. I mean, I literally offered them. I said, "Look, I'll I will deliver um I will have a an ender chest
Hmm.
delivered to your facility, so all we have to do is have me I'll put the raw materials in the ender chest, and instead of spending thousands of dollars on transportation of heavy materials, every couple of months, I'll fly out a couple $100. I'll pick it up out of the ender chest because only I can see what's in it, and then we'll deliver all the metal.
Yeah.
They weren't interested. I mean, I guess they weren't that serious. But I got a new offer.
Okay, good.
This one comes from Mr. Nasir.
Ooh.
And Mr. Nasir wrote to me on the 16th, and he says, I hope this message finds you well. It does, actually. I wanted to inquire if you have any ongoing or upcoming projects in need of funding. Actually, I do.
Oh,
I have
yes.
several projects. I mean, we have online for maintenance, we have the podcast, we have my website, the YouTube channel can always use funding to buy games and stuff. We have uh, my esoteric pizzeria that only deals in pizza bottoms instead of toppings. And I mean, I can think of something else in the meantime. At Falcons Investment, we specialize in sourcing capital for unique business development opportunities and work closely with established companies globally to bring those companies to life. We're pretty established. I mean, MMO Fallout was established 16 years ago. Online for maintenance, I technically established um, 3 years ago.
News cartridge is 10 years old.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We are
I mean, we're
currently
very
offering we are currently offering investment loans with a competitive 2.5% annual interest rate,
Oh.
designed for long-term projects that can generate up to 10% ROI over the investment period.
Okay. That's not a bad ROI.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Not great, but it's not terrible.
Hmm. I mean, that's just what they expect.
That's fair. That's also fair.
So what I'm thinking is we can always get this loan, use it to buy raw materials,
Yeah.
go to work with the other company, get that promised $950,000 annual profit, pay back the 2.5% loan, it'll be nothing.
Yeah, this is good potential profit.
If our financing terms align with your organization's needs, we would be delighted to explore potential collaboration.
Ooh,
Which is
okay.
true. As I have told the MMO Fallout patrons, they can definitely expect up to 10% ROI because 0% falls well in that up to 10%.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, very much so.
Regardless of project type or location, we consider proposals from all sectors, provided they meet our board's approval after review.
Okay. We can get approval. I know we can.
If you're interested in moving forward, please send us your business plan for detailed evaluation. Best wishes, Mr. Nasir, Senior Consultant, Falcon Investments.
See, I'm already impressed because it's Falcon Investments and not some like sparrow or some like pigeon. So like,
Falcon is like, you know, it shows toughness. They know they know how to fight. I
exactly.
think.
We're not dealing with turkey investments here. We're dealing with Falcon investments.
You know, people hear Falcon, they think Star Fox.
Yeah. They
They
think of the
think
Millennium Falcon.
they think Millennium Falcon. They think Tobias from Animorphs,
Oh,
the
yeah.
kid that gets stuck in the Falcon form forever.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Because he went into the form for too long.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that book.
Right now, people are listening to this like, shit. Why'd you make me think about Animorphs?
Because it was a wonderful series.
The books were great.
Oh, yeah. I had a
The,
bunch of them.
the TV show is just the right level of like '90s Nickelodeon goofiness.
Yeah, same with the Goosebumps TV show. Like, they kind of went hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, Falcon Investments. I really think we can daisy chain that in with the raw materials medical people and make a killing off of this.
I mean, we would basically just be like the middle people between the two. We just sit back, transport stuff between them, and make money day and night.
I mean, I guess we take out the loan. We take out the loan, we figure out what the fuck raw material is in terms of medical supplies. So I mean, we'd have to set aside a little bit of it for research and development. I guess this is what they talk about when they say that the reason pharmaceutical prices are so high is because of R&D. Like they need to figure out what the hell raw material is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we have something going there.
We'll definitely have to take this on because like it's just too damn cramped in this studio now.
It's really cramped in here, and I'm noticing that the leaky ceiling still has not been fixed.
I did contact maintenance. They did find the source of the problem. It is apparently the air conditioner, but they don't know why yet.
Weird.
Yeah, they're looking into it. Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a complicated leak in the ceiling because the leak is nowhere near where the air conditioning unit is.
That's the thing, is like you said, it's coming from there because that's the only thing up there, but like he's not exactly sure like where the water's collecting or like
Huh.
how that whole process is going. So
They
he's really
really
nice.
need to get a replacement maintenance guy. I mean, I
He's
don't want
really
to be mean to the current dude, but like he's he's 61. I mean, it's kind of really ruins my Saturday lounging when I'm sitting outside the building and trying to enjoy the sun and I'm watching him very dangerously climb the ladder. Like the guy's got really bad arthritis and I don't want to, I don't want to have to call 911 on him when he falls off again cuz if my phone switches to roaming over here, it's gonna cost me, charge me out the ass, and for for a simple ambulance. I'm just saying the guy needs to retire, or he needs to get an apprentice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get an apprentice. Well, we'll get an apprentice, I think. I think that would be really good.
I'd like them. I'd like them to replace him before he falls off and really injures himself, because they're not going to get another maintenance guy for like 6 months after that,
Yeah,
as
no.
as they try to hold off of hiring and interviewing by saying that there's nothing really pressing right now that needs the guy.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna look into that. So hopefully we get everything taken care of.
But enough of that horribleness. Let's go. Let's start the music.
It's mighty strange. You looking happily deranged. I can't settle in bed. Or have you picked your target yet? It's ended. Got your dog bite. It's ended.
And that is Polaris with Hey Sandy, meaning that it is once again Sunday, and that means that it is once again time to record Online for Maintenance, theoretically the official podcast of MMOFallout.com. I'm Summer,
I'm Hannah.
and you are listening to episode 28, President Evil.
Oh yeah, okay, I get it.
There you go.
I get it. No, I get it. Yeah.
Hannah,
Yeah.
tell me about video games.
They're fun sometimes, and I like them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's about it for today's show. Yeah, we play video games from time to time. At least I try to. I've been really busy with work this week, so I actually haven't played any Minecraft, which is kind of unlike me because I usually play Minecraft like in between doing little things here and there at work. So I wish I had something to bring to the audience for Minecraft today. But I've mostly been playing Sea of Thieves again. So that's been fun. I would also I would of course like to mention that I now have a new gaming machine. So I went out and bought a gaming laptop. It's not the best thing. I tried to play Doom on it. And it didn't play Doom very well. And I think I just have a RAM issue. I don't think it's the graphics card because I know it's Doom 2016. That thing runs on like basically a toaster. So like I tried running it and I was getting sub 30 frames per second on medium. And I might just need to turn everything down to low to try to get closer to 60. As long as it was above 30, it was fine. But I only played it like the first level of it. It was, it's Doom. It's a ton of fun. But it's nice to know that I've got a laptop I can like play Doom on, at least, games to that degree. It's only got 8 gigs of RAM in it, so I feel like that's my issue.
Oh boy, probably.
Yeah, so I got 16 16 more ordered on the way, should be here tomorrow. Really, really excited because like I haven't had a gaming laptop in forever. The last one I had was my old Toshiba Cosmeo, and that thing it just doesn't work anymore.
Oh boy.
It's got a 20-inch screen, like my old laptop. This one has a 17. But yeah,
Nice screen.
yeah. And the screen. Oh, I got a deal because for really cheap, I have a 144 hertz laptop. Like I have a
Yeah.
144 hertz monitor in my laptop, and I'm just ecstatic about that. I haven't had I've never had a laptop with higher than 60 hertz in it. And us PC snobs were frame rate nuts.
Yep.
So, Sea of Thieves, a game I've played once or twice.
A couple of times. I mean, like,
So I
I
know,
played it once or twice. You played it like at least 3 or 4 times.
yeah, at least. You and I played a little bit.
We did.
We went out and we did some fishing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fishing.
Yeah, we went out and did some fishing, and then there's different emissaries. There's, I think, 6 different emissaries that you can flag up with. You basically declare you're aligning with them. I don't know exactly what how the game mechanic works. I forget what the story plot or like the role playing part of it is because I've just played the damn game so much. Um, they released some new rewards for the Hunter's Call, so I wanted to get my emissary value up with them so I could get those out of the way. I've gotten the emissary rewards with like every single other emissary reward with every other faction. I've done so much in that game. I'm running out of stuff to do. But that doesn't mean I don't stop playing it.
Yeah.
Because there's always
That's how you know the mark of a good game is when you're just playing for the love of the game rather than chasing rewards. And I say that as someone who I like Fortnite. When I finish the battle pass for Fortnite, I usually stop playing the game until the next season starts.
yeah. And Sea of Thieves is just a game where, like, when I get to what happened last night, it's just a story or it's just a game that I just love to play, even if I don't do anything, or even if I don't really get anything out of it. So you and I had our little hunters fishing thing. We went and did a ghost. Like, it's always good to go do a ghost fort to get supplies. We went out and got some fish. I think did we do a boar? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay,
Because
so we got
the boar glitched out and it killed us a few times.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we killed the boar, got some more fish, turned everything in. Got pretty close to it. I think I've gotten um more emissary value because I'm pretty sure I have all the rewards for that now. But then you and I went out on a brigantine on a person boat with my friend Yemto. And that was a ton of fun. Like we made some decent money then. I was hoping we would get a little bit more action then, but we didn't. I want to get you into like a real fight, you
Yeah.
know, when we're like running from a boat for 30 minutes or more. Those are fun. When both people are jumping off the boat trying to anchor the other boat behind us, and they just keep either swerving, getting away, or they just keep fighting you off.
Yeah.
So, you and I had 2 pretty uneventful sessions. We just hustled, we just made money. Last night, I decided to tap into the rum and not rum, but tequila. And I was doing a little drinking, having a margarita or 2, and I was like, I just want to play Sea of Thieves and be a little drunk on my boat. Because again, back to the love of the game. Like, I just love to go out in the boat and just sail around. Even if I don't do anything, even if I get sunk, I really don't care right now. Last night was just a lot of fun. So I'm out and I see the Burning Blade. And I see that there's another guild boat and it's going after the Burning Blade because it's level 5 guild. You can see that they're on the map and they're clearly going for it. So I'm like, I'm gonna go make friends. I'm gonna go make friends. I'm gonna go alliance up with them, and I'm gonna just see what just gonna go have some fun and just be stupid, be silly. So I get to the I drive up on them, and they have just sank the Burning Blade, and they're in that period where you can either claim the Burning Blade or just completely sink it and take the treasure. I drive up on them. I shoot a white flare. I tell them, I'm friendly, and they say back, oh yeah, then the last person who said that they were friendly tried to kill me. And my reply to them was, nah, I'm too drunk for that.
Very good.
And they just laughed their ass off. And then of course me, because you cannot show weakness. I'm like, well, I probably could, but I don't know. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we need your help. And I'm down, I'm down for whatever right now. I'm down for anything. They're like, we need you to take the Burning Blade. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, you're gonna take the Burning Blade, you're gonna go around and get 3 rituals done, and then we're gonna take the sword, and then we're gonna go sell the sword because they're trying to do an achievement. And I'm like, you want me to do what? I mean, I've done this before. I've messed with the burning blade a little bit, but it's usually when I have somebody else with me. This person is just completely. We're not in an alliance. You can't alliance up if you have the burning blade. So
Right.
they want me. They tell me that they're just gonna sit on my boat, and they're gonna help me with the puzzles as I do the rituals, and then I'll just give them the sword. I understand what all of this means, because eventually they're just gonna they're gonna sink my boat
Yeah.
after I've done their rituals. So I'm like, how long? I tell them, how long is this going to take? And they're like, it won't be that long. I tell them, okay, I'll give you an hour. And they're like, yeah, an hour's plenty of time. Sure. Cool. They're like, all right, we need to go do rituals. So I am now by myself, a little bit tipsy, handling the biggest boat in the fucking game. Just kind of on a whim. This is what I'm doing. All right. She was a really nice girl. Like, she was super nice. Like, we were just talking, she said that she started a new job. She worked at like a concert venue, you know.
Mhm.
We're just having a little chit chat. We went around to the 3 different things. Well, the 3 different rituals. After we did the second ritual, though, she tells me, "Hey, after we sink the burning blade, I need you to go to this fortress so we can do this other achievement." And I'm like, what did I sign up for? What am I doing right now? Um, so yeah, I'm like, we do the second ritual, and I'm like, okay, fine, cool. I've signed up for this. I'm on board for everything. Whatever, cool. They do help me get all the rituals done. We get to the third ritual, and there's a boat sitting there's a different boat. There's like not her boat, like, because she's got a friend on her boat driving around doing stuff. Basically just following me around just in case I get attacked. Um, there's a boat sitting at the ritual that, like, first of all, we need that ritual. Second of all, that boat's gonna try to kill me.
Mhm.
So, like, her friend comes, and we're both shooting down this other smaller boat. Um, we we end up taking that boat down. We get the ritual done. They get there. We get to the third ritual so they can sink the boat. They end up sinking the burning blade. And they go turn in their sword. It's just kind of the craziest thing, because, like, I literally got nothing out of this the whole night.
Yeah.
I asked them, so where do you need me to go, as they're, like, sinking my boat? Like, I'm like, okay, where do you need me to go? They tell me Royal Crest Fortress. It's by Sanctuary. I'm like, all right. So they sink my boat. I get back on my own boat. I sail over toward the fortress. They're not there yet because, like, I'd spawned closer to it. Thankfully it didn't spawn me farther away from it. It spawned me closer. So yay, at least that wasn't that big of a deal. I'm waiting there for like 20 minutes. I poured myself another drink. I you know, I so this is apparently an achievement that I haven't done yet. There's a new style of fortress where there's
Oh.
paintings on the wall. Like, if you there's a smuggler's quest. And if you um do the smuggler's quest, it takes you to a ghost fort, but the ghost fort has, like, locked off doors, and there's multiple bosses. There was like 3 bosses rather than just the one. So you have to, like, a room will open. Like, actually, the fortress itself was locked. So, like, the fortress, like, you have to kill a boss, then the fortress itself opens. Then the first room is also locked. That one has a boss that you have to open up. Um, and then I think there was a third or maybe even a fourth boss. I don't really remember exactly. I was running around picking up paintings while they were killing everything. Because there's literally, like, like super valuable paintings on the wall,
Mhm.
and selling like there was a really rare valuable one. They needed me to grab it and then put it on my boat, and then they were going to take it and sell it so they could sell a stolen one.
Right.
We need to do this because apparently this painting is worth 70,000 gold.
Wow.
Yeah,
And the achievement is them specifically having to take it off of another player's boat.
yeah, so they have to sell a stolen one. So I had to either touch it first or I had to put it on my boat first. Either way, they wanted to make sure that it was just on my boat first. So they loaded up everything onto my boat. They harpooned it off onto their boat. We sailed away to a smuggler's den so we could sell it. And I sold the one painting I sold got me 20 grand. Because they needed me to sell one of their paintings, and so I sold that one. They sold whatever stuff that I helped them get. We had allianced up by this point, so I was getting half of whatever money they were turning in. So it was a very odd night. And it was like at this point it was like an hour and a half that they had like recruited me. And I was just like, all right, you guys can have my supplies. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At least
it
you
was.
got something out of it.
I did get a little bit of money out of it. I really, admittingly, didn't really make that much money, and I wasn't really in it for the money at that point. I'm more in it for like, this person says they need an achievement done. I think I'm a nice girl. I'd like to help people with stuff if I can.
Yeah.
So that was honestly that was really fun, and it's one of those like instances of like you never know what's gonna happen of just out of nowhere. Like I was thinking I was gonna go alliance, like they were gonna go sink the Burning Blade. I was gonna go alliance up with them and then just sail around by myself doing whatever my drunk ass wanted to do. Um, Usually when I'm out like doing stuff like that, I'm just like I'll go kill a couple skeletons. I'll sell whatever little stuff that I have. But it's more just about like sailing around, having fun, just driving around. I really, really enjoy just sailing in that game. Like about 90% of my 1,500 hours is sailing, like is behind the wheel.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's a game where you don't feel like you have to have. I mean, with considering you've done most of the game, you've pretty much done and seen everything at that point. It's just like, yeah, you're just playing it for the enjoyment of the atmosphere.
Yeah, because the way that they have you do achievements is that they don't just have you do something, they have you do it 30 or 50 or 100, 200 times. Because like one of the achievements that I have that you actually you and I got, or that you helped me get, I've now turned in 120 chests of fortune. And they
Yeah.
have rewards for turning in up to 240 of these things, and it's the rarest chest in the game. So like they want you to do something, they want you to do it a lot. Like I've talked about, like the repetition of doing these things is what is the gameplay loop. And then when these loops interact with other loops and other people's gameplay loops, that's where the game gets really, really fun. Because like, it was great last night. It was nice just, talking to somebody, making friends, just driving around. No real pressure. The person that I was hanging out with, they said that they were playing since 2022, which is after I started playing, I think. And they had racked up 1,900 hours in that time. So
That's nuts.
they play this more than I do. Yeah, and that's the kind of experience I like, not exactly like that because that was kind of boring, to be honest, because that's literally just like driving around helping somebody else out. I'd like to get you into an experience of like either driving around with somebody else or getting into like combat with somebody because you haven't really seen, I don't feel like you've really seen like a good ship-to-ship combat yet.
No, not really.
It's been a lot of like, cheeky bullshit, like, blowing other people up with kegs. Unless like, you and me locked in cannon fire with somebody, shooting chain shots down in masts, putting, bucketing and repairing holes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the only real encounter that we had was the skeleton ship that was firing at us briefly.
Yeah. And that's not real combat. Their skeleton ships can be taken down in 10 cannonballs, and I frequently take them down in 10 cannonballs.
So yeah, sounds like another good week in um, Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Very nice.
So what have you been playing this week?
I have been playing. I had a few games that I played this week. I played. I guess the game that I've been playing the most is Borderlands 4,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and
Definitely.
I I'm I'm uh I was having fun right up until this morning.
Oh, okay.
I like the game itself. Borderlands 4, if you've played the prior ones, 4 is much more. Instead of having small interconnected maps, it's one very large map. They went complete open world.
Okay.
There's a bunch of activities on the map, like there's the obligatory taking over bases. I do like it I do like the base taking over because they made it so the map it feels like a living world where like you take over bases and NPCs start living around it.
That does sound
But
fun.
the plot is based around you're a vault hunter. Um, at least the part that I'm on so far, the starting world that you play on, your character is tagged by he's called like the time manipulator or something. And he rules over this world, and anyone who tries to escape is sentenced to death. And so you're leading a band of resistance members. And I got up to a point where I'm fighting what I think is the final main boss of the planet. It's the time guy's second-hand man. And his boss fight is absolute dog shit. It uses some of the laziest mechanics what I consider the laziest mechanics, which are before you fight him, the game introduces you to a thing called Locust. And Locust is a material that can adhere to things and make it impenetrable to bullets, aka arbitrary invulnerability. And so the only way to stop Locust is, weirdly enough, with more Locust.
What?
So in the boss fight, the boss coats himself with Locust, and then you have to go through his attack patterns until he drops down a pole that has a Locust canister on it, grab it, and then throw it at him to melt his armor away.
And then you can shoot him, and then Locust will like reform on him, and then you got to just keep doing this.
Yes. All the while he's attacking you. And also the game is endlessly spawning ads into the arena.
This does seem incredibly lazy.
It's incredibly lazy. It's just a giant. On top of the fact that the guy has a massive health pool, there's just long periods of arbitrary invulnerability, and there's no cooldowns that they built into the boss fight. So what he does is he'll drain the NPCs in the area to regain his armor. And you would think that there would be a cooldown after you knocked his armor out to where you could attack him before he does that move.
Yeah.
But I have drained his armor, and within 2 seconds, he casts his thing to drain the NPCs and get his armor back.
Oh, what?
And then I have to wait until he gives the right attack to drain the armor again.
It's even lazier than I thought.
Now, bear in mind, this is Borderlands, so if he kills all the NPCs in the area and then does one of his bullshit attacks that will, like, in some cases one-shot you, there's no NPCs in the area to come back for the second wind. So you just die. And then you have to start the whole boss fight over again. I haven't beaten him yet. And I honestly think that this is the part where I'm going to quit the game. Because it is absolutely ridiculous. It is. I hate using the term lazy on game developers, but the arbitrary invulnerability I think is just lazy, shitty game design.
Yeah.
Especially so, like, I could understand, like, I make an exception in cases where someone makes themselves invulnerable. Like, if a boss can make themselves invulnerable, but they also can't attack during that period, okay, because there's a trade-off.
Yeah.
But in this case, it is literally just, nah, you can't do, or like I would accept it better if the armor just made him just reduced damage.
Mm-hmm.
But it's literally just, nah, you can't do any damage to me until a randomized attack pattern decides that I'm going to drop the thing that you need in order to attack me again.
Usually the trade-off is, or at least I've seen, they're invulnerable or they take a lot less damage, but they're slow, so you can avoid their attacks even if they can attack you.
Yeah.
So
that's not the case here.
Yeah, so it's like, because I believe that happened in Armored Core, where like maybe I don't remember, but like I know I've played bosses where like the boss is just slower, and the way to deal with them is to, while they have their armor, avoid them, move out of the way, dodge parry, roll, and then once you get their armor off of them, they can move quicker. You can get in and do damage to them, and then they'll regain their armor in whatever way, rinse and repeat. This is still lazy, but a lot fucking less lazy.
Yeah, there's more thought put into it. This is literally just, nah, you can't do damage to me, but I'm still going to run around like a boss in this enclosed arena and do my attacks on you.
Yeah, that's not okay.
It's just shitty game design. But so I've been playing that. I mean, there's a lot about Borderlands 4 that I can complain about. The characters are a lot better than Borderlands 3. I mean, the bad guys are a lot better than the Calypso twins.
I never played Borderlands 3. Sorry.
Borderlands 3, the major bad guys are the Calypso twins. They are, imagine if TikTok influencers were villains in a video game.
I tend to often do think that TikTok influencers are villains. already.
they're not funny, they're not charming, they're not fun.
Mm. Okay.
They are the polar opposite of uh Handsome Jack.
Oh, yeah, because Handsome Jack was amazing. I did play a little bit of Borderlands too. Handsome
Yeah.
Jack was, like, charming, he was funny, he was, like, slapstick a little bit, like, he yeah,
He was slapstick in a way that never let you forget that he was also incredibly threatening.
yeah, exactly.
He
It was
was he was slapstick because he had that stature where he could do whatever the hell he wanted.
yeah, exactly, and it made sense, and he was not only, like, relatable, but incredibly threatening, again, like you said, like
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's very odd because yeah, I don't know if the audience knows, but I'm not a fan of Borderlands. I've tried to play it. Borderlands 2 is okay. I will play it with friends, but I really don't enjoy it on my own. Um, which is fine. I just I would after Borderlands 2, which does have good characters, like the characters in Borderlands are amazing. To hear that about Borderlands 3 is kind of disappointing.
Yeah. The DLC stories were a lot better for Borderlands 3.
Okay.
Um but yeah, in Borderlands 4, one of my biggest gripes is that with the loot pool, the guns, so many of the guns are semi-automatic.
Oh, okay.
Like I've had like maybe half a dozen assault rifles drop. They're all semi-automatic.
With no full auto or even
No,
burst? Like, there's no
no,
option for it?
no.
Interesting.
There's no option because all of the rifles that I got, the alternate fire was a underbarrel shotgun.
Oh,
And you can't switch to full, like there's no option to switch to full automatic
interesting.
or even burst. Um the weapons themselves, I've had some that I like. There are way too many drops that I've gotten that are the Order brand guns, and those are charge shots. All of
Okay.
them are charge shots. Which, I mean, it's okay, but like I haven't gotten a proper sniper rifle because all the sniper rifles that I've gotten were charge shots. And it's annoying, especially since it uses up to like 5. Like the sniper rifles are okay, but it's only because they'll shoot like up to 5 bullets at once. But what ends up happening is you run, because by default, I think the sniper rifle, the maximum amount of bullets you can have is like 30. So that's,
Yeah.
6 fully charged shots. Um, but yeah, I have a lot of complaints about it. The enemies in the game are giant health sponges compared, like even the lower tier enemies have way too much health and take way too many shots. It's kind of amazing that Gearbox has made like 6 Borderlands games now, and they still cannot figure out proper balancing for it. Like you either get the parts where it's way too easy, or you get like moments where you get second wind and an enemy hits you once and you're already back down again just because the weird balancing of like splash damage and AoE stuff. I might. I think it depends on what's coming up on GameFly. I have Silent Hill Fortnite on Gamelock, and that's supposed to be coming out in a couple of days. Silent Hill
Silent
F.
Oh,
I just
I
call
was
it Silent Hill Fortnite.
I was gonna say Silent Hill Fortnite. What?
Alternately, Silent Hill Fuck.
Ah, okay.
I have that one coming in the mail. I guess it depends on what's going to come out in the next couple of weeks that I have locked for rent. I'm not really enjoying Borderlands 4 much.
It sounds pretty
Um,
generic, to be honest.
yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. I haven't talked about it yet. Never mind. I remembered that I wanted to say something about Resident Evil, and then I remembered that I haven't actually talked about Resident Evil yet.
No, you haven't.
So yeah, that was Borderlands. I've been playing through the Resident Evil 2 remake because I want to finish the scenarios for that. Because I played through most of Leon's story, and then I it's another one of those games where it's not that I didn't like it. It's just I have gaming ADHD, and I tend to, even the games that I like, I'll put it down and then like realize a year later that I never finished it because I get distracted by so many other things.
Well, there's a ton of games out. There's never been more games to play than now.
There's a ton of games out, and I have a horrible addiction to itch.io bundles. I bought another itch.io bundle yesterday.
Another one.
Yes, they have another Palestine bundle. It has 222 games in it for $8.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure I own Spirit Swap, A Short Hike, and like Cook Serve Delicious probably a dozen times over by now. Because those tend to make it into the bundles. But I played through Leon's scenario A in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I finished it. I will admit that I cheated a little bit. Although I consider it to be anti-cheating. Because Resident Evil 2 Remake has dynamic difficulty.
Okay.
And the way that exists is the better you're doing at the game, the more shots it takes to kill zombies.
Okay.
I can't remember if they have more health or if you just do less damage. But the better you're playing the game, the more ammo you have to use to kill zombies. And the worse you're doing at the game, the easier that they die. And I think that's stupid bullshit. In a survival horror game. That the fact that it's actively punishing you for being decent at the game. So I installed a mod, and all it does, like, it doesn't give me anything special. All it does is it removes the random number. It removes the RNG and the difficulty slider from the game. It removes the hidden difficulty slider from the game. So no matter how well you're doing, your guns always do the same amount of damage. Which works in both ways, because if I'm doing badly, the game also no longer helps me out.
Yeah.
But I really think that behind the scenes, like, we're going to make a zombie take 8 headshots because you didn't get hit.
I'm not sure the point of this, because it's just they're kind of programming in everybody's going to be doing the same regardless of how well they're doing.
It's punishing people for doing well.
Yeah, it is. And
it's
if
like
anything,
never allowing you to feel powerful.
and it's coddling those who just aren't good at the game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind, like, there's been discussion of, like, should Dark Souls have an easy mode? Yes, I think Dark Souls should have an easy option. Why the hell not? But this isn't an option. This is just like this is no, you're not doing well, so we're just gonna, we're gonna give you a consolation prize.
Yeah, it's built into the game.
Yeah, so if you just wanted a walking simulator, just make a walking simulator. You know what I mean? If you don't want people to like learn your game, or at least I'm not sure the point of this. I'm not really sure. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, I don't agree with it because it's kind of antithetical to like having a difficulty in video games.
Yeah.
Because if the difficulty, if you are good at the difficulty, they make it worse. If you're not good at the difficulty, you're not inspired to learn, the game dumbs itself down.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have.
Right. So yeah, I beat Leon's scenario A, which unlocks Claire's scenario B,
Okay.
and then you have Claire's scenario A, which unlocks Leon's scenario B. I will probably end up playing the game on hardcore mode, which is because I want to get the submachine gun. If you beat the game, because I've started and haven't finished Resident Evil 2 multiple times, and enough that like I beat Leon's scenario A, and I got an S+ rank.
Oh wow, yeah.
And in order to get an S+ rank, you have to beat the game in under 3.5 hours with maximum 3 saves. But the game does have an autosave system, and it autosaves pretty routinely. The hardcore mode turns off the autosave, and it brings back you actually need to find ink ribbons. The hardcore mode is going to be hard because you cannot use you have to beat the game in under 2.5 hours, and you can only save up to 3 times.
Oh wow.
And there's also no autosave.
Good luck.
So I'm going to play through that. Thankfully, the game does not recognize the mod that I use, so it doesn't like disable achievements or anything. You're also not, for hardcore, you're not allowed to, for the hardcore unlocks, you're not allowed to, because when I beat the game, it unlocked a pistol with unlimited ammo. To get the hardcore, to get S+, you're not allowed to use any of the infinite ammo weapons.
That makes sense.
But I want to complete Claire's mode on hardcore because it's a submachine gun with unlimited ammo. And I want to unlock that so I can use it for their second runs. And then Capcom did with Resident Evil 2 what they ultimately started doing with the other games, which is they actually sell the weapon unlocks as DLC.
Hi.
I think it's like $3. But it's like, you can beat the game on hardcore mode, or just give us a couple bucks.
The cheat code is your credit card information.
Yeah, literally. Alternately, you can just get some free cheats off the internet. Yeah. I do have Wiimod installed on my computer. I use that to beat Far Cry because Far Cry is fucking dog shit. Wiimod is it's like Cheat Engine.
Oh, okay.
But the developers went in a shitty direction, and they locked it behind a paywall. To where you have to pay, you can use Wiimod for an hour a day, and then after that you have to pay for it. Unless you go online to certain websites that have tools that jailbreak Wiimod and make it think that you have the premium version.
You would never do that.
I would never do that. But if you search on Reddit, you can find links to the Wiimod cracker, because fuck those people. I'm not paying a monthly subscription to get access to video game cheats. They did rug pull. Like they waited until they got a big community, and then they're like, just kidding. Those voluntary donations are now going to be involuntary.
Oh, that's shitty.
So yeah, I do like Resident Evil 2. I love the Resident Evil engine because it runs smooth as shit. I go into the graphic settings. I have things turned up so high, and when I go into the graphic settings, it's like, hey bro, these settings are built like you should really have a graphics card that has like 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and your graphics card has 8. You might want to turn the settings down. But the game runs butter smooth.
Oh, that's good.
Despite the fact that I am running it at much higher graphical settings than my computer should reasonably be able to run. It runs so well.
I forget what you have.
So do I.
I know you got a laptop, but I forget like what's in it.
Yeah, I'll have to look at what I have and show it to you after the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Resident Evil 2.
It sounds good. That does sound good.
It is fun. It is a scary game. It's got its spoopy moments. And even though they kind of got rid of a lot of the stuff from the original Resident Evil 2, like they don't have the giant spiders. But yeah, I think I just got into a Resident Evil 2. I got into a mood to play Resident Evil because I've been reading through the S.D. Perry Resident Evil novels.
I have seen you playing it a lot.
But yeah, I like the little changes that they make. It's kind of weird how Leon and Claire in the remake have really terrible cases of baby face. Like they both look like you just shoved children into children's heads onto like adult bodies. But yeah, no, I like it. It's fun. Mr. X is so much more imposing in the remake than he was in the original.
Is that the main villain?
He's the giant guy in the trench coat.
Oh, okay.
He's not the major villain, but he is one of the tyrants that you. So Mr. X, Mr. X is sort of the original character of what became a trend in Resident Evil of having the big undefeatable monster. So there's parts of the game where you really have to avoid Mr. X because he can't be killed permanently. You can stun him, which knocks him down for a good like 30 seconds, but he'll still continue trying to track you down for certain segments of the game. And that eventually became like, it was Mr. X in Resident Evil 2, Nemesis in Resident Evil 3, the Daddy in Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 8 had Lady Dimitrescu. Resident Evil 9 will have its own version. But it started the trend of a lot of Resident Evil games having the undefeatable monster that you just have to try to avoid as much as possible. I do like I like the character design. I love the Resident Evil engine.
7 was particularly scary.
7 was great. 7 had the poor Ethan get like between Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, the guy keeps getting his hand chopped off.
Because 7 was like a little bit different. It was the one that took place in the big house, right?
7 was the one that took place in the big house with the Louisiana Bayou family.
Yeah, okay. Because like I hadn't played that one, but I sat and did like a little let's play for like the first 2 hours with a friend, and like holy shit, that game is good.
Yeah.
7 was, like, different at the time because it was, like, a different setting, a different kind of, like, everything about it, and people weren't
Yeah.
really sure about it, but then, like, it got incredible reviews, like, it was just every time I saw, like, I saw anybody playing it, because I will not play games like that, but I'll watch it. Like, anytime I saw anybody playing it, like, it looks amazing, it looked really good, like, it looked really scary, very intense.
It was a return to the horror roots, as they
Yeah.
would say.
Well, it
Um,
wasn't necessarily, like, a familiar setting, it was a familiar feeling.
yeah, it was very much grounded where by Resident Evil 6, they had like characters, you were mowing down armies of zombies and doing martial art, like suplexing zombies into the ground and shit like
Yeah.
that. Um, there's rumors that they're working on another remake and that it might be Code Veronica,
Okay.
which I'm looking forward to because Code Veronica was terrifying when it came out. I think of the original PS1 era Resident Evil games, Code Veronica had the scariest enemies in it. Um, but yeah, Resident Evil. I what sold me on Resident Evil 2 remake was the opening cutscene. The opening cutscene, it shows a guy eating a burger, and oh my god, that burger! Like that was like the first thing people saw on the RE engine, and it looks so like I want to eat that burger.
I'll have to see that, I haven't seen that, yeah.
I'll show it to you. Um, but yeah, no, I like it. It's one of the like Resident Evil. It's one of those games that it. I love it despite the small things that I don't like about it, like the damage changing. Um, but it is a very fun game, and they also expanded on it. They have a couple more side stories in the remake that I need to play that weren't in the original. Just kind of focused on characters that were in the game that didn't get a lot of attention. Um, so yeah, that's what I got for Resident Evil.
I think I've got it figured out. I think I know what they're doing. I just, like, been trying to sit on it this whole time. What I think they're trying to do is extend the gameplay period, the gameplay time for people who are good at the game, and make the game, like, being able to make the game easier, or, like, get through it for people who aren't as good at the game.
I think what the goal is that they don't, because it's a survival horror, they don't want people feeling too powerful.
Yeah.
Especially since the controls are now over the shoulder. Like, I mean, the game would obviously be too easy if you could just one shot headshot zombies.
Yeah.
But I think the tweaking goes a little bit too far when it's literally taking 6 to 7 headshots to kill a normal zombie in a game that like keeps your ammunition as low as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fun. I like it. I wanna play it. I want to play through the scenarios to get all the unlocks. That's what I want. So yeah, that's fun. I don't own Resident Evil 3 remake.
Okay.
I might buy that at some point. And then I kind of want to play through Resident Evil. It's one of those series that I always want to play more of it because of the replayability and unlocking weapons. Like I played through Resident Evil 7 and I was so exhausted by the end of Resident Evil 7 that I didn't want to play through it again. But it was something of like, yeah, I mean, at least I'll have the stuff that I unlocked from beating it the first time. So if I ever go back to it, I'll have more powerful guns available to me. Resident Evil 7 is fun. I never got too far in 8. It's a little goofy.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Resident Evil 8 is much more action focused
Okay.
than Resident Evil 7. Like there's there's more situations where you're just in a flat out shootout with like a bunch of enemies. And then the Resident Evil 4 remake is just completely batshit insane. I need to play that. So yeah, I have that. I did buy Cultic Chapter 2, but I haven't played enough about it to talk about it. And then for RuneScape Dragon Wilds, I got I managed to get an entire set of the top tier armor.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just kind of in a state where I'm waiting for the next update to come out. I have 28 and a half hours in that.
Oh, nice. Do they have the updates scheduled? Like, do you know when it's coming?
They have it tentatively scheduled. They have a cooking overhaul coming later this month. And they have so what that is supposed to do is it is supposed to make cooking items take less resources, but also make it possible to burn food. And if you burn food, they've said to save it because it's
You're gonna compost it later.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll have a use later because they're adding farming into the game at some point. And the you'll be able to use the burnt food as compost. But yeah, they have that coming out. They have oh yeah, December 2025 is farming and steel gear, which I guess is going to be like tier 5 armor. It's weird playing RuneScape again and having the best armor be iron. Q1 2026 introduces fishing and mithril armor.
Ooh. Okay.
Q2 2026 will introduce prayer and adamant armor. Q3 2026 will introduce the agility skill and runite gear. And then at some point in 2026, they want to bring the game to more platforms. And then in 2027, I guess, is the next big zone. So I mentioned it the last time, but I kind of want to follow the follow the updates now that I'm caught up on things, and kind of just put out new videos when new content comes out. Just stuff from Dragon Wilds. I did put out a video of me killing the boss, and that did pretty well on YouTube.
Oh, good.
And I put out another video. I put out a short that did kind of well on TikTok. I like it. I mean, you know that I have problems with RuneScape Dragon Wilds.
Yes. Oh, geez. Oh, God.
And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they address some of those problems in a later update.
Because I remember that.
Specifically with the density of enemies.
I remember that day you were just like dying over and over again, and you were getting so frustrated. I know it's yeah.
So yeah, it's, it'll be stuff that gets eased with future updates. But yeah, that's all I've been doing this week. I've also been reading a lot.
Oh, good.
I've been reading the RuneScape book series. I've been reading the SD Perry RuneScape book series. I have one more book in the Tech War series. I'm really happy to get that over and done with. Because it's absolute schlock shit. I might watch the TV show after it. These are the things that I do to myself.
Yeah. But, whatever.
I have a fantastic book that I got for 99 cents that I'm looking to read. It's called This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib.
Okay.
by
I don't know.
the wonderful Quan Mills. I have so many books. It's like video games. I have so many books, and I keep buying more books. And then I keep downloading more books. Because I found a website that I should never know about. It's called Anna's Archive. They have 52 million books archived on that website. I had been looking for I'd been looking for the Five Nights at Freddy's books because my library only has 4 of them, of the Fazbear Frights series. And they're on the Anna's Archive.
I have access to them. I guarantee you I have access to them.
I was looking for there was a novelization of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah.
And I was really interested in reading it because the Dollars trilogy had 3 movies. But they novelized 7 books.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I want to know how they managed to pull that off. Especially considering none of the 3 movies in the Dollars trilogy are actually connected to each other.
Yeah.
But it's one of those 1970s paperback novels that, like, the publisher went out of business a long time ago, and the books never got sold in ebook form, and the books themselves are impossible to find. Like, I found, I think, a copy of the 3rd book on some thrift store website, and they were selling it for $400.
Damn.
And the other ones you cannot find anywhere, in, like, the physical book.
Yeah.
I should have done that with the Feminists. I went really jank for reading and reviewing the Feminists because I found that's another book you cannot find anywhere. I found a Tumblr blog where someone had actually scanned the book and uploaded photos of the pages. This book was 184 pages. I read the scanned pages from the book in photo format.
It's like reading a PDF from the early 2000s.
Off a series of JPEGs off a Tumblr blog that only existed to upload that copy of the book. So I kind of want to see if there's an EPUB version of that. There probably is. But yeah, no, I like reading Drek. Just absolute slop. Garbage. I love the Tech War series. It is such shit. And I get obsessed with this kind of stuff because, like, I finished the 8th book and I was laying in bed and I was laying in bed and I was trying to fall asleep and my brain was like, I kind of want to read the series again, but I want to start a wiki just so I can catalog what the fuck characters were doing and who went where, because the game has the series has such a bloated cast that it's next to impossible to figure out who's still alive or dead by the end of the series. Because, like, there's a bunch of characters that just very unceremoniously get killed off. And then a couple books later, they make reference to them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that person did die. But that's my brain, where I'm like, I don't have enough time to do the things that I want. I should start a wiki for this book series that nobody cares about, for my own edification. I should go full, like, early 2000s internet. There's a platform, it's called NeoCities. It aims to recreate the GeoCities experience.
Oh no.
From, like, early 2000s, where you can build your own NeoCities website.
Yeah, I
and
had my
people
own
have
few.
just been building a ton of like different hobby stuff. I might create one of those for Tech War.
Yeah, I made my own little web comic and I hosted it on GeoCities.
Yeah, NeoCities.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
So I'm gonna cut this off because I've been rambling for a long time.
You're fine.
So I realize now that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the podcast. But if you want to support for some godforsaken reason, whatever the hell we do here, you can do it at patreon.com/MMO Fallout. That is patreon.com/MMO Fallout. I think that's where we cut it for the day.
Yeah, that's
Do you
good.
have anything else?
No, you can find me over at the Sentinels of the Store Discord or youtube.com/news cartridge.
Cool. I do have one more thing for the day.
What's that?
Polaris.
Yay! Mwah.
There we
Love you, everybody. See you next
Night,
week.
everyone.